Hi, Haley Wells. All right, everybody. Come on in. Welcome back to the Elegance Boot Camp. This is day 3. I am Maggie. You may know me as Maggie, the substitute teacher. Food and femininity are my passions. Lucy and I are the founders of the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. We have private coaching, 8-week classes, open for enrollment. The next class starts in January, but we also love to give back to the community. And so we are doing a 30-day elegance boot camp using the book from Woman of Elegance from Vivienne. Thank you so much, Vivienne, for letting us teach from your book. Lucy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lucy, also known as Lucasely 20. I have a small channel, mainly discusses Spanish. I'm teaching Spanish for the beginners and maybe a little advanced. And sometimes I sprinkle in some themes about culture and what's going on with society, specifically related to femininity and cultural issues. You're muted.
You know, it never fails. It never fails. All right. So we are going to pick up where we left off, ladies. We have been talking about the 30 things that you can do to start your elegance journey. Lucy and I are passionate about all things femininity, elegance, and etiquette. We have so much to offer. You can find out about all of it at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. All right. So let us do a quick recap, and then we have a short topic for you all tonight, and we will keep it going. So let me share my screen here. All right, so we are up to day 3. This is going to be a 30-day journey for every night in November. So we have talked about dressing and grooming. On day 1, we talked about creating your personal style. We talked about making sure that the clothes that you wear represent your feminine brand. Yesterday was day 2. We talked about organizing your wardrobe, ladies, which is closet for those of us in the U.S. We talked about what to have, what to get rid of, and what to repair. So today we are moving on to shoes and accessories. Shoes and accessories. You know, ladies, some of us are bag ladies, some of us are outfit ladies, and some of y'all are shoe ladies. You probably have, I see Lucy nodding. I know I never really was, but I am kind of turning into one because you kind of feel like you need this one and then that one and then that one. Okay, so let me go over to our screen share one more time and show you all the book that we are. Oh, let me see. Let me take this one down. We're actually going to move over to the book now. So we are teaching from the Ultimate Elegance Guide. This is the book from Woman of Elegance. There is a link in the description. You all can get your own copy at 20% off. This is the beautiful Vivienne. She also has a YouTube channel. You all please check her out at Woman of Elegance. And this is the 30-day guide to becoming elegant. So we are teaching a topic per day. We've covered style, wardrobe, and now we're moving to shoes and accessories. One thing I always want to shout out is a huge thank you to Brandon L. Jett, because he has made this book available for free for all of our students, former and current. So if you decide to enroll in the finishing school, it starts in January, you will get your own personal copy. For anyone else, you can order it. Use code ELEGANCE20 to get 20% off. Okay, so we're going to review it line by line and give you all some tips from our experience. So Vivienne says shoes can make or mar your outfit. She says wear clean and well fitted shoes. Okay, ladies, now let's talk about this. I have admitted to you all that style is not a strength of mine. I've actually had to hire help in this area. And I was one of those that would just kind of wear whatever was clean and comfortable. And as long as it fit and looked halfway decent, I would just put it on. Shoes also need to be well kept, ladies. You need to make sure that they are presentable. Once they start to scuff and fray, they need to go. It's not becoming if you're interested in elegance, and that's what we promote here. So take the time. There's all kind of materials and equipment where you can clean your shoes. If you get a stain or a spot on them, make sure you keep them in good repair. As well as she said, they need to fit properly. Ladies, we've all seen it. There's nothing more uncomfortable and there's nothing more off-putting than watching a woman who's trying to carry herself in shoes that do not fit. There's so many memes about that. So again, we talked about this, I believe, yesterday. Don't worry about the size. Sometimes you may need a little bit wider or a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. And you all know that your feet do change throughout the day. So make sure that whatever shoe that you have, it represents from top to bottom and it's in good condition. What would you say, Lucy?
I agree. When you mentioned that meme, I remember the one with the lady with that little pinky toe. She took it out from the sandal and it's out because it's like called, holding on to dear life. It's so terrible to be out with ill-fitting shoes, especially when you're going out on to the restaurant or a club where you have to walk a long way from your car to the restaurant. That is painful. So yes, um, well-fitting shoes are a must.
Absolutely. And for those of us who like to go to events and dance, I'll be at another event tomorrow night, you all. You can buy the little like foldable but ballet slippers or something that you can keep in your bag. I'm in the South, so we drive everywhere. But I remember when I visited New York, how I would see women walking to work in sneakers, and then they would have their pumps either in their bag or at work. So, ladies, just make sure that you take care of your shoes. We have a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Kenya Scott. She says, thank you for giving back. You are most welcome. It is a labor of love for Lucy and me, but it is a labor. So we do appreciate when you all tell us how much it means to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so back to the documentation. Vivienne says pumps, sandals, ballet flats, and boots in solid colors. I'm wearing boots today. I have a nice riding boot on. Solid colors like black, navy, and cream are chic, but basically she says develop the confidence to slowly incorporate bold colors like green and yellow. Now here's the thing, ladies. Especially to get the most wear out of shoes, you want to start with those neutral colors that you can kind of complement with anything. Once you find a shoe that fits you well, you feel comfortable in it, it actually represents, it looks elegant. Y'all know there's some of these trendy shoes that just look just horrible. We're not here about trends. We're here to support classic fashion. So, start with the basics, but shoes can be an area where you can have a little bit of showing your personality and experimenting with some of those colors that maybe don't go well against your face. We talked about that in the style. You all know about the color palette. You can do color theory and all kinds of different testing, but there are some colors that are your like dominant or more complementary colors. Those are the colors, ladies, that you want to wear close to your face because people make eye contact with you and that's what they see. So for me, not wearing it today, but bold colors look really good. I don't really do well with pastels, but I could do that either in a slack or in a shoe. I think If you are going to do something a little bit funky or a little bit trendy with the shoe, just make sure you have the confidence to carry it off. If you're going to try any style that's a little bit different, just make sure that you own it because that confidence exudes through. What would you say, Lucy?
I agree. Neutral colors is always, you will never go wrong with neutral colors. I think that if you are planning on maybe taking a risk on a more vibrant color shoe, I would say take a shoe with a more elegant shape with one of those vibrant colors, like a slingback in a vibrant red or a blue or a yellow. But again, neutral colors, you will never go wrong with them.
Absolutely. And we'll move on. But since this is a short one, I just want to make sure we talk about the types of shoes, ladies. So your pump would be like your standard heel. I think this should be a staple in any woman's wardrobe. It doesn't have to be a high heel, but a little bit of elevation, even though I'm good for wearing a flat, you do feel a little bit more, like a woman. It elongates, it lifts certain things. So start with the small heel. And if you're a little bit wobbly in heels, you can get like a chunkier heel or a thicker heel or a wedge, something that gives you a little bit more support. The next one she talks about is sandals. Sandals are great, ladies, but open toe is not always appropriate. We talked about that in the first class when we talked about making sure what you wear is appropriate for the occasion. There are some events, especially anything semi-formal or formal, you need to have a closed toe. You just do. So be mindful of that. I love a good sandal. I think they look great with a sundress if the weather is nice, but those are seasonal shoe wear. And I think it goes without saying, but ladies, if you are going to expose your feet, make sure you either have done your own pedicure or you have a very, it can be simple, but a very nicely done pedicure if you're going to wear sandals. And I'll be the first to tell you, if I want to wear sandals, but I haven't had my pedicure yet, then I don't. I'll have to put on the shoe that covers it up and wait until it's presentable. All right. So just make sure about that, because what did we learn yesterday from Mufasa Thane? And I have my small delicate watch on because we all got a spanking yesterday. Um, Men are always watching, and long before they say anything, they have been observing us. All right. Um, Ballet flats. I think ballet flats are a very feminine shoe that can be very, what is the word? Versatile. So you can wear a ballet flat with jeans. You could wear a ballet flat with slacks. You could wear it with a dress. Like Lucy said, keep in mind the shape. One of the things I learned from my stylist, a rounded toe is a little bit more relaxed and girly, and a pointed toe is a little bit more sophisticated and elongated. So I have both both styles of the shoe, but if you want something that's still a little bit elegant but flat to the ground, you can get a variety of ballet flats. And I love the ones that fold in half that you can toss in your bag in a little pouch in case you need to move quickly or keep dancing all night when you're ready to get out of your heels. And then the last one she talks about are boots. I love boots. I'm wearing riding boots right now. I think it's a very stylish piece of footwear that kind of just makes a statement with any outfit. It has a little bit of that old money, a little equestrian, a little bit just, sophisticated, if that's what you like. But I think one reliable pair of each of those categories that you can kind of mix and match with your outfits, and you should be set. I'm sure most of us ladies have more than one pair, but that would be a good start. What would you say, Lucy?
I agree. And on the boots, I would say that the less buckles or like things to adorn it, I think the more simple the boot, the more elegant and classic it will look.
I love that. And Lisa says, yes, ladies, nice feet. Not everyone can wear open toe shoes. And ladies, not everybody can wear every style. We've been talking about clothes. Everything isn't for everyone. So you really want to make sure that you focus on what flatters you. And you know what? If you can't rock that style, then you can't rock that style. But Lucy said something about all the embellishments. You all have seen that with the zippers and the flash and whatnot. I remember my stylist told me she has a very simple Italian boot. It's kind of a pull-on boot because, oh, thank you for the Cash App, Lindbergh, because she doesn't want to, like the hardware to be a distraction. So, I mean, you can get down in the weeds. Those of you all that are fashionistas, I am not. I need very simple instructions, but remember, elegance is about simplicity. And what did Mufasa Thane tell us? Yes, tell us yesterday, ladies, less is more. But thank you so much, Lindbergh, for the $5 Cash App. I appreciate you so much. What would you say, Lucy?
Yes, less is more. I think that if you're going to wear a colorful shoe, make sure that it doesn't have extra embellishment. And one thing I wanted to say about the jewelry yesterday we talked about is that there sometimes we wear statement jewelry that makes noise. That when you're wearing on your arms, the clinking and clack, just if it makes noise, chances are that it's probably not going to be welcomed into many areas. So yeah, the less embellishments, the better.
I love that. Yes, ladies, remember, well, if you're a student of ours, you all know that etiquette is about being considerate of others and not doing the things that draw attention to you. If you walk into the room and people stop what they're doing and focus on you because of what you're wearing or how it sounds or what you smell like or anything, then that is not as elegant. You want to blend in and you want people to see you, not all the stuff you've got going on. Lady Novoa has a comment here about the style of the shoe, and she has a good point about maybe you need to do a half size up. There's a shoe that I love, the Rothy's, like the flat shoes, and I have to get a size larger because it's like the y'all know the recycled material, and so my normal size is a little snug. I got a size larger. I just got over it and it feels incredible. So great tip there. Okay, so what else does she talk about? She says high heels enhance your feminine gait. That's your walk, but ensure they're no higher than, she says, 4.5 inches. Look, I stop at 3. Learn how to walk confidently on heels or stick with flats if you're unable to. Oh my goodness. One of my favorite classes we've just had in our finishing school was a workshop. And ladies, if you missed it, this one is available. If you just want to buy it as a masterclass, go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com and you can find the Feminine Movement course. We brought in Sarah Bodenova. She is a champion ballroom dancer, and she literally had us all stand up, have heels and a chair, and she watched us and she showed us how to place our feet and she showed us how to move, and it was just exquisite. And I want to do it again. I think we all want to do it again. But ladies, walking in heels is a skill. Some of us are better at it than others. I need help in that area. I need practice in that area because admittedly, I don't wear heels a lot. So don't put yourself in a position. We've all seen the ladies who have to take off their shoes and they're holding them. God forbid you're walking barefoot. You don't want to do that. But make sure that you're practicing. My stylist had me practice at home. I know we used to do that when we were little girls or teenagers, or at least I did. Maybe Lucy was a tomboy, but walking around in your mom's heels and just kind of pretending like you were a big girl. But it is a different style of walk. And we talk about this in our class about silent femininity. And so there's so much that you can do just showing up, but not too high, because past a certain height, you can look a little bit like a lady of the night. So you don't want to do that. And also, like we talked about before, consider the occasion. If you're going to a business event or something, a holiday party, you want to keep it modest. You don't want to wear a date night heel to church. You don't want to wear a stiletto to a kid's birthday party. So just keep in mind, even if you love it, that's great, but it may not always be appropriate. Again, you don't want people to say, "Did you see her? Look at that." And definitely, we have seen the heels that come to work, y'all. Definitely not professional attire. What would you say, Lucy?
Yes, platform stilettos are not work attire. I mean, I can tell you how many times you see some of these younger ladies that haven't been given the guidance come in with those shoes into an interview. And do you think that the impression that you're going to give when you come in with a platform shoe into an interview is going to be anything but? So yeah, just wear the appropriate attire. Sometimes I have seen women with high heels at the beach. They don't prepare accordingly. It's not appropriate attire for the beach. Or there's those, I don't know if they're portable shoes that you can have in your purse. If you ever go dancing or clubbing, you can put it in your purse, and then once your feet get tired, you can switch it over to those I don't know, discharge. I don't know if they, I think they're throwaway ballet shoes that you can get at Walmart or at Target.
I love that. I'm going to an event tomorrow and I plan on dancing, if you all know me. So I do need to buy. I've seen the little ballet slippers. And ladies, these would be great even for like flights or, going out or anytime when you need to have something that you can kind of easily maneuver in if you're going to be doing a lot of walking. But yes, ladies, there are some shoes that are not acceptable in a professional environment. Just like we talk about in our finishing school, read the room, especially when you're coming into a space that's new. So here's a tip, whether you're coming into the workspace or meeting family or colleagues or whatever, you don't want to stick out like a sore thumb. There are times and there are places when you can, shut the party down and be red carpet ready. But when you're coming into a group, meeting the in-laws for the holidays or whatever you do, social gathering, church or synagogue or whatever you do, just kind of see how everybody else is dressing. You can definitely add a little bit of spice or a little bit of character, but not too much that it's inappropriate. And I love what Lucy said about the beach. Definitely, if you're going to be outside, garden parties, weddings, beach, anything like that, you don't want to wear a pointy heel. You all know it gets stuck down in the grass. So espadrilles are really nice. The sandals that have like the little wicker looking or cork bottom, and sometimes they wrap around the ankle or whatnot. A nice wedge or a nice flat that is appropriate that you can walk in. And if you can't do heels, that's fine, but you can still find shoes that have just a little bit of lift to it. All right, so I'm just going to check the chat here. This is a short one. This was the shoes and accessories. I love what Lisa's saying, yeah, about those loud bracelets. Ladies, and we know, respectfully, some cultures do wear like bangles and a lot going on. But again, that's usually when they're dressed up for some type of celebration or whatnot. You're not going to want to bring that in to a professional space where you could be a distraction. Same thing with the big earrings, or I would say even like fragrances. So just be mindful of it. There's definitely ways that you can express yourself without sticking out. What would you say, Lucy?
I agree. And again, elegance is quiet, and the more you try to stand back and you're trying to be, what is it, not unconspicuous, the more you're going to call the right attention.
Absolutely. So you do want attention, ladies. You just want to make sure you're getting it for the right reasons. And the things that we're talking about here are going to last for you because we're talking about classic fashion. We talked about good quality with the clothes. It goes to the shoes too. And ladies, I know there are some brands that some of you all covet that are hundreds and maybe thousands of dollars. We've talked about that before. I'm a very practical shopper. You do want to invest in good quality so that it lasts, but you don't have to have any particular name brands. It applies to the shoes, the clothes, the jewelry. If you have them, good for you, but you can still look timeless. You can still look elegant and not worrying so much about the trends. You can save money buying all the little, flash in the pan and get a good quality pair of, I would say black pumps or pumps or wedges, some type of heel. You also want to have a skin tone color. So whether that's like a nude or a beige or a brown, you want something that kind of blends into your skin tone. And then maybe you can pick like one other pop of color. For me, it's always going to be a red, but that's a good start, especially for our young ladies. You know, we talked about the jeans and sneakers yesterday, and that serves a purpose, but when you put a little bit of effort into it, I think it speaks volumes. What would you recommend, Lucy, to start?
Oh, I don't know about to start, but I can tell you that I have heard that those red bottom shoes are the most uncomfortable shoes that there are. So what I say is read the reviews on when you're purchasing shoes. Always, I don't do much mall shopping anymore since COVID. So usually I go to the reviews and see, and sometimes they tell you they run larger, they run smaller, get a larger size. So those are things that when you're looking for a good shoe, look at the reviews. And yes, I agree. Nude shoes. Have a pair of black shoes. Usually, because I'm short, I like the nudes because it elongates the leg all the time. I don't like anything that has ankle like anything that wraps around my ankle because it shortens the leg. So like those espadrilles, I would get something that doesn't have the little bow that you tie. It would have to be something that doesn't compete with the length of my leg because again, I'm short. So I don't want to look shorter with that bow shortening my ankles.
Absolutely. And I see what you all are saying in the chat. Absolutely. This goes back to what we talked about, not only knowing what clothes flatter you, but that footwear is important. I'm a little bit taller. I'm 5'7". And I'm a little bit like fuller, but smaller on the bottom. So I can wear a little bit shoe. I like the ankle strap. If you're shorter, it does shorten the leg. So I will wear an ankle strap. Plus, for me, it gives me a little bit more support if you're a little bit wobbly in the ankle. But it's one of those things, it's kind of trial and error. And then when you find what works for you, just like we do with clothes, there's nothing wrong with buying like a pair of black and a pair of skin color, whatever flat, so you can put them on, pumps, so that you can put them on and be instantly elegant. But that's where I would start. What does Lisa say? Nice clothes and scuffed up or damaged shoes will ruin any outfit. Yes, ladies, I'm telling you, this is one of those things like we talked about with the grooming or, whether it's, hair or nails. It doesn't have to be over the top, but you need to make sure that you can maintain it. So get into a routine. And if your shoes have passed their, expiration date, maybe you have the kind that can be taken to the shoemaker and done a little bit of repair. But you all know if they're past that point, it's better to just go ahead and get rid of them because it brings down the whole outfit. I'm not a man. What my man told me and what I've heard from men, so those of y'all that are watching confirm, a man looks like first at the, sorry for me, the midsection, the waist, scans up to a woman's face and then scans down the body. So if you think of it that way, our feet and our shoes are kind of the last thing that they see. So you want to make sure that it completes the outfit and enhances. So that's all that I had. Lucy, did you have anything else in closing?
I think that's about it. This was indeed a short chapter, but such good information. Just again, it's a refresher course for most of us about the type of care that we need to put onto each of our accessories, and shoes are that important piece that, like Lisa said, if it's scuffed, your outfit, your top to bottom, you can look perfect, but if the shoes are not as taken care of, it will bring down the entire outfit.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. I love the conversation in the chat. We went a little bit late tonight. We wanted to make sure everybody had the opportunity to watch the late, great Kevin Samuels premiere that was going on tonight. So we'll be back tomorrow. We thought about pre-recording some of these and keeping them at the same time, but we know that you all like the live content and we love engaging with you. So I have an event tomorrow, so we'll be a little bit late, but not this late. We will be doing this 30 for 30. Tomorrow is day 4. So tune in. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and on Lucy's channel as well, and on my Instagram. Yes. Okay, you all still talking about the shoes. Thank you all so much for being here. We will be back tomorrow for day 4. So thank you again to Kenya for the $10 super chat. And thank you again for the $5 Cash App, Lindbergh. We appreciate it. All right. So I know it's late. We'll let you all have your evening and we'll see you back again for tomorrow. All right, everyone.
Adios.
Adios.